Good evening, everyone. I still can't believe this is all true. This all started as a dream. A few years ago, this journey started with a social media platform called Mixit. I was heading up Mixit, facilitating interaction between young South Africans and the South African government, and very quickly got to about 1 million users on that platform. Young South Africans wanting to understand and wanting to connect with government around issues of unemployment, issues of water, issues of access to electricity. I did very, very well at Mixit, connecting citizens and government. But very, very quickly, after about 3 years there, Mixit closed down, and I was out of a job. I was unemployed and needed to decide what am I going to do next. Now, I took a lot of learnings at Mixit. We quickly found out that about 80% of South Africans don't know who their public representatives were. And I knew with the power of mobile, if you look at the amount of people that we have in South Africa, we've got about 50+ million people, but we have 150 million mobile phones, about 3 times the size of the population. I knew that if I could do one simple thing to connect citizens with government, I would be on something. It's been a 4-year journey. It's been the toughest thing ever. And on the day that I decided to give up and say, look, I can't carry this burden any longer, someone that has been watching me on social media, I met with a man by the name of Dempers. And he said, do you need some help? And I was like, it's too late, man. And he said, well, here's 10 million rand. Try and turn this concept into something tangible. 11 months later, Capital Appreciation, a JSE-listed entity, gives GovChat another 20 million rand. And today, we are able to showcase not just the technology in a digital way, but we are able to make it a physical space where that data that citizens are rating and reporting of public institutions and public servants, we can unpack that data together with citizens, together with the private sector, but more importantly, together with government. Many of you don't know, but government is not just a big institution. It's made up of people like you and me. It's made up of people that wake up with the same socioeconomic conditions like everyone else. And we need to respect our public representatives. We need to respect our government. And I believe that it starts with connecting. It starts with connecting one another. And if we know who we are and if we have a relationship, we can then start a discussion. We can start talking with one another in how we fix this country. There's no way that the South African government can do this on its own. And so, in December last year, I got a scare when we found out that National Treasury and the presidency got hacked by the same people. And I phoned a friend of mine that is in the presidency and said, look, I'm not a cybersecurity specialist, but I know someone that is a school friend of mine. And I want to know, would you allow us to come in and just to share some ideas on how we can protect the highest office in this country, but National Treasury as well. Sando, who is the Chief Security Officer, said, when do we go? He didn't say, I have to check in my diary. He said, when do we go? We went. He had a workshop with the presidency, and today we are able to say that APSA Group has come on board and decided to offer cybersecurity training workshops for the entire government departments, and we need to give them a huge hand. Thank you. There's no way, again, that the South African government can fix things on its own, and so it's partnerships like GovChat and APSA Group that we can fix the challenges that we have in this country. There's lots that I want to say. If there's any entrepreneurs in this building, I have two pieces of advice for you. The first thing is, don't chase money when you're trying to do what you want to do. Make sure that the intention is correct.